Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Tuesday, the 11th day of January, 2022, Tuesday of the first week of the year, the first week in ordinary time. Back in North Carolina, where it is surprisingly cool today. I think it is 21 or 23 or something like that. It's going to go up to 40s today, and then it's going to be 50 the next couple of days. So, yes, so much for January in North Carolina. But coming to you this morning from our school, the Franciscan school, this is the side door into Thea Hall, where our first grade and kindergarten are located. This is the great birch circle that exists in front of the side entrance to Thea Hall. This is also the drop off. This is also the pickup point in the afternoon at the end of the school day for first grade and for kindergarten. I made a mistake yesterday in the gospel. The gospel that I talked about yesterday is actually the gospel for today, where Jesus expels a demon from a synagogue in Capernaum, telling the demon to be quiet and not to tell people who he is. Yesterday's gospel was actually the calling of the apostles in Mark, the first couple of apostles in Mark's gospel, which is appropriate. Again, after Jesus is baptized, as we celebrated on Sunday, he immediately goes out and begins to gather the apostles together to begin the mission, to begin the great work of proclaiming the reign of God, the reign of God being at hand, the central message of Christ's whole mission. Nothing more, nothing less than this reign of God being at hand, to wake up and realize it, to wake up and realize what's going on, to wake up and realize the newness of God in this world. Today's first reading is the continuation again of the story of Samuel, and it is about Hannah praying for a son by God in the temple. And again, Eli thinking that she is drunk, but then Hannah, having her wits about her, basically telling Eli that this is the situation that she's with. And Eli, basically, like a dog with a tail between its legs, is like sorry that he misunderstood, and he, called her a drunk and whatever it is, and then he blesses her. Nice way to redeem yourself, Eli. But Hannah goes home, and there she conceives a son with Elkanah, her husband, and that son will be Samuel. In the one more thing to remember about today's gospel is, again, Jesus's fame begins to spread throughout the land because he's able to expel a demon and tell the demon to be quiet. Again, Jesus does not come because of fame. Jesus does not come to become a rock star or a superstar. Jesus comes again to proclaim the reign of God is at hand. Something that some people will agree with, something that some people will accept and receive, others will reject, and others will fight against, and others will think is the worst thing possible because it seems to undo everything that they thought was the way the world should be, the way the world should function, and that would reinforce their own power and authority in the world. Jesus comes to undo all of that and show the truth of what it means not just to be a son or daughter of God, but to be a human being in this world and a witness to God's love and God's care in this world. Jesus' mission begins in that way, by righting the wrongs that sometimes exist in our own selves as human beings. That whatever demons lie within us, whatever unfortunate circumstances we find ourselves in, whichever pains and sorrows that we continue to bear in our lives, Christ comes to lift those from us, without us ever asking for it to be done, without us having to prove ourselves worthy that it should be done, without ourselves having to merit God's action on our part. Jesus does this because this is why Jesus comes. This is what we need. This is what God recognizes, and why the Savior has been sent to us. This Son of God given to us, this child born for us, now begins the work of allowing us to see the true meaning of what it means to be a human being in this world. And may the Lord give you his peace.